Hi, Tony from FARMOOR Koi. This isn't anything to do with the video that's about to start in a few moments, because I thought I'd tack this on the beginning, because very often these sort of things don't get seen because people don't watch to the end. But anyway, what I was going to say was, today the postman came with a box, and I tell you what, my wife at first was over the moon, absolutely over the moon, because look at that. Can you see that just by the side of me? Yeah. She thought I'd got her a brand new iron. I'm not sure she was over the moon, actually. I think if an iron had come out of the box, she'd have slammed me around the head with it. But anyway, that's what came in the post. I'll turn you around and we'll take a look. So this is the box. It was all wrapped up beautifully, protected, and yeah, it was good. So what's in the box? Well, it wasn't a Russell Hobbs colour controlled Pro anyway. It was something colourful, wasn't it? It was very colourful. Lots of screwed up paper. You're getting a glimpse now. There you go. I think it's going to be on the bottom one yet. So, this is it. From Will's Koi. Won it on Spin the Wheel, on Will's giveaway, on Gaz's Koi Pond Live. And anyway, Will said, I've got 3 colours left on these 3 reels. He said, I got blue, and I got pink, and I got black. He said, Tony, what would you, because I won the Spin the Wheel, he said, what would you like me to make for you? He said, in them colours. I said, well, give it a go with all 3. And this is it. Thank you so much, Will. You put your heart and soul into these bonsais, and your heart and soul into the community, and I thank you for that. I'll treasure it. And just out of interest, I'm going to put it over there when I can. I've got to take the side off and whatnot, but just over there is another one, smaller one. Look at that. I'm getting a Will's Koi bonsai collection now. You never know. They are some of his early work, I would have said, and he's had some beautiful ones that he's yeah, you can appreciate it as well, you guys. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying Bill's bonsais. Oh no, he wasn't. The feeder's just gone off. Oh, just let me turn you back round again. Anyway, Will, thank you so much. You're such a fun guy, and yeah, I don't know, you leave me speechless, obviously, but yeah, you're a funny guy, and I don't mean that in a bad way. You're a good chap. Thank you so much. So anybody out there that hasn't subscribed to Will's Koi, get out there and subscribe to him. He's a great laugh, and a good guy. Yeah. Cheers. Now, be back with another intro for the video. Bye for now. Yours wire bonsais. Hi, FARMOOR koi. I got to talk. I haven't got a sore throat or anything. Got to talk at this level because the window's open just over there and my wife will hear me. I managed to get a delivery without her seeing it, and it's in this shed. So I was going to do an unboxing. It's a little bit cramped in here, but you know, I think I can manage. So I'll turn you round. Oh, what I have to do. So it's in that box there. Actually, I've already got one as well. Down there's the empty box for the one I've got, and I've had that one up and running for I don't know, a little over a week. So I'll include looking at it up and running after this unboxing at the end of this. Right, I'm gonna have to probably put you down so that I can cut the tape. So in here is, pull you back a bit. A SUNSUN HW 5000 aquarium filter, which has got a really good flow rate on it. In fact, the one that I've got installed, it goes up to 40 watts on the motor, and I've got it down on 15 at the moment. So I just pull that out and show it you. So this is it, the main canister. This is what keeps the, that's interesting, this one hasn't got a lock on it. The lock's missing, unless I've got to put it on there. So that just pops off like that. This lid pops off like that. There's nothing to see under the lid, there's nothing attached to it at all. Nice chunky O-ring. Running round and round. It doesn't actually come with very much media, but I'm going to need both hands to take that out there, so I'll get that on the bench and I'll show you. So it's got 3 baskets, and this one's got a bit of this rubbish in it. These pads, I should probably use the pads, but I won't use that other crap. Again, bit of this, I won't be using that, but again I will use the pads. And that one's got more of them balls, but I just use the pad. So that's it. So I'll be putting Bio Home in it. These kind of handle things just come up and clips the whole thing together. Another one on this side, and then the whole thing lifts up once it's got all the appropriate media in, and it pops in there. Now, the way this filter tends to work, that pipe is the intake and that's the outtake. So the water comes in there, goes down to the bottom, and then all the way around the sides of it the water rises, and then it goes down through the baskets, and just there where the motor is, it comes back up and goes to the return. This piece here underneath is a 9-watt UV. So I just pop the basket back in. So as I say, the water goes down this pipe, comes back up around here, all the way around, drops back down through the filter baskets, then comes up through this pipe and back to the return. Now, that's quite a big gap all the way round there. Personally, I don't think it needed to be as big as that for the water to flow up round them sides. So I think what's that? From here to there is probably 3/4 of an inch. Water would have rose all the way around the outsides at 1/4 of an inch, I reckon. So those baskets, I think, could have been bigger. But there you are, it is what it is. Now, this lid just pops back on like that. And the clamp that you saw me take off just clamps back on, so that's fair enough. Another one of my things that I thought could have been improved is with the one I'm already using. It's showing that already. I mean, this is all for strength really, because it's a pressure filter, but I would have liked to have had some sort of smooth top on it, because whenever you take these, take the valves off of those, this gets some water in it, and the water can be dirty, so it gets filled with crap. Now, just down here are the 2 leads that controls it. One of them, I don't know which is which at the moment. One of them's for the UV, and the other one is for the variable pump. It's one of my helpers. Just come in to have a little nose. As long as you don't tell the wife what I'm up to, it's fine. So yeah, that's That's how it gets connected. Let's see what else is in the box. It's interesting to see there's some damage at the bottom of the box I didn't see. And there's a bit of damage on there as well. Let's hope everything is intact. So in here we've got the flow and return valves. There's also a drain valve. I didn't show you that, but this hole here takes a drain off valve, which one that's working, I found it really useful, not only to empty the drum but to do water changes. So there's the valves. We'll put it up the right way, that way. Just push on with this button here. They're very much like the Fluval FX6 valves. The only thing I found with the one in operation at the moment, when you actually turn this, the one that's working at the moment, it does leak a little bit. It doesn't leak when it's fully open, doesn't leak when it's fully closed, but when you're turning it, it leaks. So there's the drain valve. It just pushes in and twists on off, and then it's got this little rubber boot that goes on there, and then this will lock on it like you get locks on hoses. So that's that. This is the mount for the flow pipe to go on the side of the aquarium. And this is the return, and you have an option of spray bar or two sort of jet things, or you can have one spray bar and one jet thing. So let's see how you put that on. Then the last thing in here is this controller. Very simple to use. There's the two connections that connect down to the tank. They call that a blowdown pipe. Oh, there you go. It's a blowdown pipe. I think I've just found the lock that I was mentioning on the clamp that holds the lid on firmly. It's in the bottom of the box. Shouldn't have come off really, but there you go. Looks okay. I'll see if it'll clip on okay. Then in these, oops, sorry for throwing you about. In each of these is the flow and return pipes. I'm not sure how long they are, but they're both the same length. Not quite as long as I would have liked. Well, one of them anyway. So you get two of those. So that's it. There's the label. 40 watts when it's at full power, plus the 9 watts for the UV. Maximum head is 3.8 meters. That's a good head. And the output, and I assume this is when it's empty of any media, to be quite honest, and it's in an ideal situation, is 4,600 litres an hour. It's a lot of water. But you can turn it down to 10 watts power, which there is a table somewhere which shows you what the literage should be at that. There you go. So these just literally push on and lock. And imprinted down there in the plastic is the in and out. So this, I suspect I got already on it. Just going to push in and click, and then give it a tug, make sure it's in there. So that's in. Yep. Good. This has got the usual flow cage. This is the bracket from the side of the tank. This is a telescopic pipe to go down to that, and these are some clips to clip the pipe down, because the corrugated pipe just goes up one side, across the top and down, and then this pipe in it into the thing. And then same thing with this really. It's got the bracket, and it's got the spray bars, and I can't see the little, but there should be a couple of jets in there. Oh, there's one. There's there. So that's it really. That is the unboxing of the SUNSUN HW 5000, and I'll add the cleaning of the one I've got in use tomorrow morning. See you then. Good morning. Had a bit of a scare this morning. This achiever had leapt out of the tank and it was on the floor of the greenhouse, but its gills were still moving, so I popped it back in rather sharply. It's just starting to come round, so it's just coming round a bit, luckily. I don't know whether it's ended up with any permanent damage, but it was one of the ones I had down as a favourite. So that'll teach me for not putting something over the top of the aquarium. I keep meaning to order some perspex. You can see the way it's swimming, it's not right. But I think it's a bit of time, it'll be alright. Ah dear. Anyway, I said I was going to show you the SUNSUN that was installed this morning, so and I'll see if I can handhold the phone for some of the operation and cleaning of it. So well, let's get on and I'll turn you around. Well, there it is. I've said this to people before, excuse the way the pipework is done on my tanks. I just pop it in the front like that, so they're easily accessible. I can take them out, I can flush them out if I need to, and so on. It's not a showcase aquariums, it's for bringing on fry, so making it as easy as possible for me. Anyway, what I said on the box opening, if you like, as you can see, the dirt accumulates in that top, which is a bit of a shame, really. And as I say, those valves, when you turn them on or off, do leak, but they don't leak when they're fully on and fully off. So that's good. That's the intake. I don't know if you can see that, but I've got those two on. When I drop the water, you'll be able to see the flow better. This is the control. It's on 15 at the moment. It goes down to 10. That's it. Flow rate of 10, or I think that's the wattage. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and that's the top flow rate. But when it's on the top flow rate, it pushes all the fines through, so I have it going quite slowly. I have it on 15. This is the UV. That means it's on 24 hours. It's a 9 watt UV. You can turn it down to off. So that's the UV off, double naught. But you can have it on for I think that's 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, 16 hours, and 24 hours. There is also a feed time, so that the pump shuts off. So it's on feed of 15 minutes at the moment. It will shut the pump off for 15 minutes and then go back to pumping. I don't know when it does it quite, but so I don't mess with that, to be quite honest. That's a feed of 60 minutes. It's back to pump. Switches on and off by holding the button in. So that's off. That's on. So I think I mentioned this. It seems to make life a bit easier if you're going to do a water change. All I do is unscrew that which secures this rubber boot. That just secures that from leakage. I put a hose on. I mean, couldn't do this if you had it in your house. I've got the luxury of just being in the greenhouse, so it doesn't matter how much mess I make. So I turn the pump off, close the outlet. See that drip from that as I'm turning it, that leakage. And I leave the inlet on. Open the valve. And it's starting to, not starting to, it's siphoning the water out. Okay, so so that you can see what the flow rate of this thing is like at the various settings, I'll turn that off a second, open that back up, and turn the pump back on. I'll just turn it down to 10 for a minute. That's 10. That's 10. 15. That's 20. 25, 30, 35, 40. And that's what the flow rate looks like with it pulling easier. Put it back down, 35, 30, 35, 15, 10. I'll just turn that pump back on. Okay, I'll open it up now and give it a clean. So with the pump off, I'll shut that down and I'll shut that down. Did you see that leak as well going there? Look at that. That one leaks really bad when you turn the thing. Anyway, open that to drain it. Just leave that a little moment. I mean, the air will stop it coming out in a moment, but it'll just take the pressure off, and then I can take that off and take that off, and you can, yeah, it is draining away. You can hear it gurgling. So, take this band off. Again, this band is great, it's fine. It could be a long-term, quite fragile piece of kit. It is, whoops, it is plastic. I think if that was made in metal, it would be better. But it would make everything much more expensive, of course. So, take this lid off. I wouldn't normally pull it like that, because and as you can see, there's no workings on this from the other side, so makes it nice and simple. and that's the pad. Now, as I said before, the water goes down that one, then it comes up all the way round the sides, topples over into the pad. I think that's why most of the dirt is around the edges, and then it gets to the bottom and it comes up through this one. So that one has got the UV in the bottom of it, so it goes down through the UV, up around the edge here, over the top of this, comes back up here where the pump is at the bottom of that one, and out and returns. Right, now I know that I'm not going to be able to lift that those 3 baskets out on these each side without both hands, so I'm going to have to put you down for that, and I'll get back. So that's the basket lifted out, and that's the muck that's at the bottom at the moment of the drum filter. Better not call it a drum. Bucket, that's better. So this is one pad, and that's one of the pads that came with it, and I put an extra pad in, but the filtration material looks nice and clean underneath. So anyway, I don't actually touch that, so I'm going to put these out here. I'll give them a clean in a minute. As I say, that media is nice and clean. On the lower ones I got far more of this, there's plenty of that in there, but I mixed it in with those clay balls. Clay balls came with the E-Heims. So let's give this a clean. Now I know I'm probably going to get moaned at for using a hose pipe, but for this, but I'm not worried about the inside of this. And sometimes I just wash the outsides of the basket down. I never fire it into the media, but to turn the hose on I've got to turn you off again. Remembering that tap is still open, so this will drain away. As I say, just the outside of the basket, because lots of crud comes up. Down the outside. Then the bucket is nice and excuse me, clean, and I've cleaned those pads. Now the pads are only on this top tier because that's the flow of the water. The other 2 baskets has just got the Bio Home and clay ball media in them. So that's it. You don't want to trap any muck really going through those last two baskets. You just want to trap it all in the top. I mean, a lot gets trapped in the bottom before it comes up, so I suppose it's sort of, I don't know whether it kind of works as a bit of a vortex or what, but certainly a lot of muck is trapped up there. What comes up the side gets trapped by those pads, goes through the media and back up and to your aquarium. So I'll put the baskets back in. I need both hands for that. So that's the baskets with the media in, drop back in. Just out of interest, what was on the side of that those baskets, that's the muck that was on the sides of the baskets. As I say, I did not wash through the media at all, so that's got that off there. So let's put it back to you. So let's see if I can get this one-handed. These things, that's it. Not easy one-handed, is it? So that's that. No, you've got to use both hands just to clasp that up. So that's the fastening ring on. There is this little tab over here, I think, so this can't be accidentally undone while it's running. Sorry, I forgot one thing I have to do first. I've got to take it off again. What I forgot to do is you need to fill this back up with water before you reassemble it. So what I do is I open the valve on the aquarium, let it flow generally through that pad, and fill this up. It doesn't take very long. All these things are quite difficult one-handed. So there you go. That's full up. Back to putting this back on a second time, which right. And I've got to put the clasp around it. Another schoolboy error. It was just emptying because I hadn't closed that valve. Sorry about all these mistakes. So take the hose off, put the little rubber safety boot on and do the screw up. That's the flow. That's the return. So we should be good to go. Turn on the flow. Turn on the return. Put the pump back on. And there we are. up and running again after a clean. Now obviously if you had an indoor aquarium, you would probably have to pick the thing up and take it outside, or whatever you do, take it to the sink or whatever and do your cleaning. But I got the luxury of this greenhouse. Well, it's not really a luxury, it's just that my tanks are not for you know, indoor display purposes. Beautiful, not to say they're not beautiful, but koi are rather dirty beasts, I'm afraid. So it's all out here in the greenhouse. Oh, there you go. Hope that was some use anyway. Or might be useless. You like that. So that was the SUNSUN. Can't remember the letters, but 5,000 canister filter. Hope that was of some use anyway. Anyway, if you've got this far, thank you so much for watching. Very nice of you to put up with all that. And I managed to, I've still got the other one that I unboxed to install, but I've managed to keep it a secret from the wife at the moment. That's why I've got to talk quite quietly. Anyway, again, thank you. And I'd be really pleased if you was to subscribe. It's always nice to have some more subscribers, and I hope my present subscribers and those that just enjoyed watching that, and it was of some use. I don't know, and I think that SUNSUN for flow rate, as far as I'm aware, it beats the FX6. I haven't got an FX6, never seen one, but I know sponges hold a lot of bacteria, but I don't really like all the outside of the baskets on the FX6 being great big sponges. A lot of cleaning on the FX6. Yeah, and the flow rate isn't so good, I don't think, on paper anyway. Anyway, thank you all again. I've been Tony from FARMOOR Koi, and to quote Vince from Twisted Koi, you've all been great. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now. Happy ponding.